I feel empty now.
Who's breathing
Empty
in the
shell
mic? Tyler, move your mic away from your nose. Thank you.
Chica's taking
All I
charge.
heard was...
I didn't notice it. I was just like... Alright, I'll move it over here. We're good.
Hello and welcome to the Central Nerdous System podcast, where everything is nerdy, like us guys.
This
Oh.
shit. All the boys stick around like this. I'm sorry.
Now, you may notice there in TV land that the podcast looks a little different.
It
It's a little
does.
different.
It does.
That's we're doing this on Twitch. We got some new setup things. It's a rocket to the moon right now for MourningStarStudios.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we thank Tyler up there, from
Chico.
Land.
I think no one.
Wow, what a jerk.
So let's introduce everyone, starting with me. I'm John.
Hi, John.
Right above me is Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Hello.
In that corner is Tyler.
You,
Which Tyler?
You, Tyler.
Oh, hi. Hi, me, Tyler. Hi. Hi.
And over there, I would guess next to me, that is Chico.
Indeed.
Our names are actually on the screen, so
Yeah, actually. So,
okay, now people know.
screw,
How they'll know forever.
screw your arrow pointing, John.
Chico is being referred to as Chico.
Yes, but he is
No.
Tyler Colessa on the board of Wonderness. So,
Gotta fix that, yo.
Mhm.
Gotta make it Chico.
But it's not my name.
No, it
That's
is
true.
not his name. He wants to be recognized.
Synced it before the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Your name is now Chico McNugget Superfly Cool Kool
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right, so John, let's get it started. Let's
Yep.
do it.
So the first topic is a little controversial.
Oh,
It involves gaming. Most of our topics are about gaming this time, though we got a couple media and one kind of out of left field topic.
yeah.
We'll get to that when we get to it. But the first one, a petition has been put up on change.org by Danielle Bristol,
Mm-hmm.
calling for feminist gaming blogger Anita Sarkeesian to be removed from the consulting staff for Mirror's Edge 2.
Mm-hmm.
She claims that this is not because of sexist means, but that she is not a professional and should not have a say in that franchise. So, we had Gamergate happen a while back. Sarkeesian has been targeted before by other irate gamers. What are your thoughts on this? Should Anita Sarkeesian be allowed to consult in the development process for Mirror's Edge 2, given her position as a blogger and the host of a show called Tropes vs. Women in Video Games? Or do you think the petitioner is right? She has no place in being in this professional development setting. I'll leave the floor open.
I think that as long as her personal views don't get mixed in with her work, then she should be fine. Like, I don't know how she works or what what she has done with work, but I mean, as long as her feminist viewpoints stay out of her professional work life, then I don't see the problem.
Well, that's
there.
the thing. She admitted to not being professional.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that her professional stuff, because she is a feminist blogger, the show that she put on YouTube is about female tropes in gaming and about how they can be negative or positive.
Mm-hmm.
She usually criticizes sexism in video games, so her professional work is feminist based.
True.
So just to clear it for you.
And especially working on a game like Mirror's Edge, where a lot of the characters, or like, not working on, but just consulting for a game like Mirror's Edge, where a lot of the characters are very, kind of following the tropes of most girls in gaming, where it's very revealing, big boobs, ass. But I don't know. It depends on how well she can handle the situation. But if she thinks she has to go out of it, then that's just her.
What do you think of the idea of like a petition to get rid of someone from a development staff?
It kind of seems like a low blow, just because the person who put up the petition couldn't, build up the guts or whatever to go talk to, a higher up and be like, hey, I don't even know if they work for the same company. Is that like a thing or
What, Sarkeesian or the person who made the petition?
both of them? Do they work together or?
No, Sarkeesian is a feminist blogger. She doesn't really make video games. She just talks about them.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle Bristol, I think, is just kind of a nobody. She's just a gamer.
So okay, so the blogger is in the development process of the game, though, right?
I think she's consulted. I'm assuming they might use her to like say, hey, are our female characters being portrayed in a way that you think is good?
Mhm.
That's what I assume her role is. I don't think any details have been.
Is she only there for if someone has a problem with it? What is her actual role in the company for making the game originally? Because that's what I don't know about.
Sarkeesian had no part of the first Mirror's Edge game.
Yes.
So no part of that. She doesn't work for the company.
Yeah.
She was just brought in as a consultant.
Okay.
So
maybe
it would be like, say, if you were, I don't know, say you're making a dating sim.
Yes.
And you say, hey, feminist blogger, are my female characters being portrayed in a way that you think is like, not sexist? I think that I'm pretty sure that's what her role.
They might have.
This will be.
They might have also brought her in because maybe from the first game they might have gotten a lot of feminist emails and flack about how maybe the character looked. So they brought in somebody that can represent that situation. That's what the consultant really is. I mean, if you have a problem with it, you consult that certain person. And the fact that she might be on the same page as the people that are consulting her about it. So, like, if she has the same problem as the people that are consulting her with the game, then I would probably get out of that position as well. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if she can keep herself professional, then why kick her out? But if she's not doing the right thing, then I don't know. She shouldn't even be in that position.
The issue with this person is that she's a very controversial figure.
Yes.
People are either like gung ho, yeah, or they're just like really despise her. I mean, like there have been like terrorist threats against her because people do not like her because of her viewpoints.
Yeah.
And I am not familiar enough with the person to judge either way. Like, I'm more of a neutral standpoint. But my opinion is, if they feel that she is professional enough to consult in this game, that is their business.
Mm-hmm.
And if consumers do not like that, they won't buy the game.
So it really just comes down to, is she really worth to have on the staff for this causing such a huge controversy? I mean, if she's just a consultant, I mean, that's where it comes down to the really business's mind. If this is causing such a stir, it really comes down to the decision if they want to keep her or they want to just fire her or whatever from her position. Or because I'm still foggy in the situation, but I understand the different point of views and
basically,
why.
they don't want this person in any way to be a part of this game.
The company? The company.
No, not the company.
The person making the petition.
Just the person making... Okay.
The company hired her for
Yes.
this position.
Okay. So, but now they might have not known about her thing? Or...
No,
I mean, you've got to know, like,
if you're
she's got-
hiring
Background
someone
check.
for a consulting
They picked her
position,
out
you know what they make.
specifically.
Okay.
So
Well,
then
because
it's up to the company then. If the company picked
Yeah.
her, then that's their choice. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, at this point, it's just publicity for the game because I didn't even know they were making a Mirror's Edge 2 until this all came out. To be completely honest.
Mirror's Edge 2 announced right now.
But I mean,
Half-Life
yeah,
3 confirmed.
it's all up to the company. Like, if that's who they wanted
Adam,
to pick, that's who they picked.
Do you have anything about it?
I've just been
I just set up.
He's talking. We don't hear him.
Adam, your
Adam, I
microphone
think
is
you might-
dead.
Adam. Adam, fix your mic. Put it to your mouth.
It's dead.
Oh God!
Oh no.
No!
No,
Get back to him. Well, we ask you one question, and just like, well, I think douche.
Well, I wanted to point out something here.
Yeah.
I think they might have hired her due to the fact because you said that she also points out the good and bad of female characters. So she has a two-sided view on some things.
It would seem that her show is about that. I mean, she's more known for
against the
like
feminists.
a Nazi, as
Yes.
they use the term. So that's why they don't like her.
But sometimes, I mean, that depends. If she is still professional in that mindset, everyone still, if she can accept others' opinion, I mean, she has her own strong opinion. But if she's able to accept other opinions, that's what makes a good like if you know, like say for example about politics, all right. If you believe one thing, but then you listen to someone else's point of view, and then you completely say they're stupid, I mean, that's just not right. But if she can listen and absorb someone else's opinion, then that's why they hired her for the job, because maybe that's how she is. That's really the only reason why I would hire her, because I know she's good on the field, she knows what both ends are, and she understands both sides, and she could take them both into account. So,
Adam?
Hello?
Yay!
Again. Here, Adam, tell your
So
viewpoint here. I just need to plug in my
absorbing-
laptop. It's dying on me.
oh my
This
god.
is the best
I know,
podcast. Best
I know
podcast.
things are going horribly wrong, but whatever. We're having
I
fun.
was just trying to absorb like what was going on, and I want to know why this person was just trying to petition in the first place. It seems really weird that some random.
Let me bring up the article quick. I'll read off what the description was.
Because people are sometimes just dumb, Adam. I mean, they just have to make problems. I mean, if there wasn't people like that, the world would be very boring.
All right. So this is the change.org, exactly as it's written, by Daniel Bristol. We, the undersigned, are presenting our names in solidarity against the decision of EA Games and DICE to include ANITA SARKEESIAN in any aspect of the game development of Mirror's Edge 2. Our reasons follow as thus.
We want more tits.
ANITA SARKEESIAN has no credibility or experience in game development. She is merely a self-proclaimed critic, and her opinions should offer no sound foundations in the development of this or any game. She has no experience in the industry. ANITA does not speak for gamers, female or otherwise, on the difficulty or appeal of games. She only offers personal insights catering to her own agenda. In fact, she went so far to say that women needed a whole new simplified control set for this game, based on her personal experiences, passing them off as the opinion of the female gaming community. In the past, ANITA has even spoke against her status as a gamer, only to rebut her stance to serve her own purposes. We are not against strong portrayals of women in video games, but believe that consultations on games should be given by more credible and experienced sources. We agree with ANITA's right to voice her own opinion on any subject matter she sees fit. However, we do not agree with her input on a professional level and do not want to see the game we love influenced by ignorance. This was Danielle Bristol, so it is a female petitioner.
So it almost seems as if the consultant is not the guy, the lady who, I don't know her name. I don't want to pronounce it.
ANITA SARKEESIAN.
ANITA. It seems that ANITA is not only taking her feminist views, but taking her lack of gaming views and trying to throw them into her consultant process as well. And I can see where that could create some flack because, like they said, she has no experience as a game designer or consultant or anything like that. So
True. I mean, she's really only there to be a figurehead for the people that get upset over these things.
It's more for the overall, hey, we have a girl. She says she's a feminist, so don't be mad at us.
Yeah,
Seems like that's what they're trying to do.
I might need, like, after this podcast, I might need to check out her show, see what it's about.
Yeah.
See, that was...
I've only looked it up briefly. She talks about, like, the damsel in distress trope and the, like, strong characters in games that are merely, like, for example, say, like, a Mortal Kombat character who's strong, but is dressed very scantily clad. She talks about women as objects in games. So,
I mean, that's just an opinion which a lot of people cannot deny that games use that to lure guys to buy the games. I mean, that's been a thing that they've used for years. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just how it's been. I mean, I'm not going to deny that her point that they are using them to promote big tits because guys do like big tits. I mean, it's hard to deny that, right? I mean, do you guys agree?
Whoa! What about us guys who like small tits, huh?
I mean, more power to you, man. You got nothing to worry about.
But I mean, it's really difficult because this petition, when you have a petition that's like against one individual in particular, it kind of rubs it the wrong way. I'm not gonna say that ANITA SARKEESIAN I'm not gonna fight like kick her off the thing.
I wouldn't sign the petition if that's what you want to go down to.
Yeah, I wouldn't sign the. Yeah, actually, we'll do it as our wrap up unless we have anything else.
I think it's all we really need to talk about with that.
So, last question involving the Mirror's Edge 2 petition. Would you sign the petition? Like, I mean, you don't have to actually go out and sign the petition right away, but like, say if like you actually signed petitions and whatnot.
If it was handed to you right now and they explained everything in the situation, would you?
Yeah. If Daniel Bristol came up to you, handed you the petition, told you about it, and said, "Would you sign it?" You can even be totally anonymous with it.
I wouldn't sign it.
And why?
I wouldn't sign it because I know it's someone arguing over the thing, but if the business decided to hire her and they had to have background checked her, she has to have a reason and a purpose for why they hired her. Because if they didn't have one in the first game, and they brought one into the developing team for the second game, then there has to be a particular reason. And I don't think that she should be stripped of her position just because of a little bit of flack from something on the internet, which is completely opinionated. For one, it's just opinions. It's not like she completely did something terrible. That's a fact that she did something terrible that doesn't allow her to. I mean, like if she caused like a huge strike and like actually did something that caused a nuisance and a problem, then I would have concerns. But
she didn't in this, but she was the subject of several terrorist threats about other things in the society of gaming.
She was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because of tropes, and I think it has something to do with Gamergate, although I'm not too terribly sure.
I don't think it's directly Gamergate involved with her, but I mean I can see them targeting her because she's kind of like against the opposing factor of Gamergate.
I'll give you an example. If I was in her position and I felt the same ways as she did, okay, just to put that in, put yourself in her shoes, okay, would you take the job knowing that you already have flack for this exact thing? Would you take the job?
No.
That is difficult. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to keep the job. So
that's the thing. So maybe she took the job. I mean, if it takes a lot of guts, it's hard. But if she took the job, it means that she had maybe not as much harm as you think she did. Even though she's trying to force some stuff in the consulting, but I think maybe she took it because maybe she decided to maybe not be so aggressive with her protesting, and maybe decided maybe if I consult it out and maybe work it out with other people, I can. I mean,
based on the description of her and other stuff I've seen, she seems like a very gung ho type person. Like, do the thing if it'll help.
And
with
maybe that's why the business liked her. Maybe that's why the company liked her. I mean, it depends on the certain qualities you're looking for from a person. But that's really all me. I mean, you can go to them. I wouldn't sign it.
All right, Adam, would you sign it?
I would not. A company like EA, even though they have been terrible, disgusting people in the past with the way they advertise things, I don't think are stupid enough to not do background checks and not know what they're getting into when they hire someone.
Yes.
If they're making a game and they want their game to sell as much, they're going to do everything that they can to sell it.
Sadly, though, they probably, like Sims 4, might skip over the toddler age, and then they might miss some juicy information.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking.
No.
We can't swim.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to crack the joke in there.
All right, we have to have our obligatory Sims joke in here, but continue.
You're
Did he die again?
You're gone again.
Adam, you're gone again.
How much did you
Adam.
pay for that headset? Because it's clearly not worth its value.
He's
I
not
hear
gonna
you.
talk.
We'll get back to you. Chico, would you sign the petition?
I'm kind of torn on this one. Because of like who the company is and their reason behind choosing her, I would say no. But because of who the person is and what her ideas are, I would say yes. So it's kind of like I don't know, it's tough for me because the company obviously knows what they're doing. I would hope. I mean, it is EA.
Yeah.
I would hope they know what they're doing, but who
Yeah,
knows?
That's really.
Research just has to be done.
Oh, good. You can talk again.
Yeah,
Hi.
how much did you pay for that headset?
$20.
Yeah, that's why. Just
Adam,
saying.
And
I'm
last
gonna-
for me, I would not sign the petition. One, because, I mean, obvious thing, I don't really know enough about her to know that Miss Bristol's points are correct. But, I mean, I'm not going to sign it because I just don't like that concept of singling out one person over something as trivial as an idea.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with
And
you.
even,
on that point.
it's not even like she has stated like things going down. No more of that Mirror's Edge 1 shit. We're doing things completely revamped. I mean,
She has
did
no
say
say.
there she wanted to simplify controls for female gamers.
That's a little weird.
That is a little weird. I'm not sure if that's her exact words, but if that is kind of hypocritical of what her viewpoint would be.
Yes.
Because it's suggesting that female gamers can't handle as difficult of a gameplay mechanic.
But it's just a silly topic overall.
Yeah,
So that's why I would just.
I wouldn't touch that petition. But before we exit off this topic, do you want to know how many people have signed the petition?
I don't know, but tell you.
I looked at it and it's interesting.
Yep, 41,562.
I'm at 59 when I checked it out earlier. Wow.
A couple people signed it since we
I'm
started.
at 74 when I just refreshed the page.
Oh wow, man!
What is wrong with people?
There's so many people watching our Twitch stream that they're going over there and voting.
Oh no.
But I have
He's the worst.
a point.
You had your hand raised.
Yeah, I didn't hear your point.
That doesn't get
So John, you
Like-
say you wouldn't sign it because you wouldn't single out a person with an idea, right?
Well, okay.
Oh wait, just hear me out here. Hear me.
I think
No,
I know-
all right, hear me out here.
If Hitler was working for EA.
Would you sign a petition to kill Hitler?
Remember, you don't want to single out one human being for their ideas there, John.
I mean, like trivial ideas. Like
His eyes are pretty trivial.
That's a trivial idea.
I mean,
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
killing all the Jews,
That's kind of trivial.
Aryan society. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, it wasn't so
The-
much killing the Jews, it was just creating the perfect society.
No, that's what I know. I said that right afterwards.
That's the thing here. It would be like if someone hired like a liberal group hired a conservative to do something, and the other liberals said, "We can't have that conservative working for the company. Get him out of there."
Yeah,
Like that. I think I put that on the same level as that.
yeah.
It's like a political style belief, and other people want to get rid of them because of that political style belief. That isn't necessarily like I don't see a male-female related Holocaust in our near future. But
Yeah. No, I just wanted
Who
to
knows?
yank.
History could
Yank your chain a little bit.
Yeah.
good chain yanking, Chico. You're really good at it.
So what we got next on the board, John?
Yeah, it took a while, but it was a big topic.
We did just cover feminism on many topics, but
And Hitler.
If people actually watched our podcast, we would have gotten so many likes and dislikes. And-
yes.
I was just
Indeed.
reading up on the Gamergate controversy, and I'm trying to match it with the petition and what people think. And I feel like because of the
Gamergaters signed this petition.
I feel like a lot of them did.
They did.
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the people.
Which is kind of a shame because Gamergate started off as like a kind of a just cause in a sense.
Wait, did you say gate or gaze?
Gamergate.
Oh,
Have you heard about it at all?
I thought you said gamer gaze. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about now. I just thought you said gamer gaze, and I was like, what?
It started off to stop corruption in the video game journalism industry, but then it just kind of like hopped the tracks and just like.
No, it turned
misogyny.
into a complete slam
Dunk.
of people supporting this one person, and it's terrible. It's completely, utterly disgusting.
Like I hate what they did to that developer. What I don't have. I forgot her name.
Brianna Wu.
Was it Wu?
I mean,
Well, there's a
it
couple.
says indie game developer.
There's one who made like something like Depression Simulator. She made a game called Depression Simulator, and it was supposed to shed light on people with clinical depression. And she had it too. And they were like slamming her because of a rumor that she slept with a journalist, which is
So who's doing the slamming in this story?
the game. Well, not on women. No, because
Specifically Reddit and 4chan.
Oh, Reddit.
And 4chan.
4chan's super worse, though.
Okay, let's not bag
move
4chan.
on.
Okay, what's the next
I
topic?
like not being known by the internet. Let's not bag 4chan.
Okay. So Tyler, No Man's Sky. There really some details. Tell us about them.
Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna start out with the point here. How much do you guys really know about the game No Man's Skies? I mean, they released it at E3. I mean, do you really know what the concept of the game is?
I watched the trailer you linked, and I still don't know much.
Yeah, the trailers. What?
I know a little bit.
I can deduce that it's an open world space combat exploration type game.
Yes,
That's about it.
It's basically what it is. Okay, so basically you have an entire... They just created a universe for you to explore, okay? I don't know how they programmed this or wrote the scripts for it, but it blows my mind how many planets they actually were able to generate. It's just crazy. So basically, I'll put a few pointers here, is that the game, basically the goal is you have a ship. The ship can fight things in space as you travel around. There's asteroids coming around you, so you have the element of a flight simulator, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to avoid enemies that they randomly spawn. They're spawning around. Now, here's one big feature here. The entire game, by what the article says, is one big unified server. So meaning when you're playing the game, you could be playing around people. Everyone that's playing the game is playing all in the same universe. Okay? So you say you're playing online with your friend. You cannot play with your friend by, like, say, inviting to play, and it won't bring you to that person. The only way you can actually find your friend is if you found a planet and you describe the planet to them, or they saw it, like, say they're at your house and you're like split screen or something, and they see what the planet looks like, and then they try and find it, and then they meet you there. That's the only way. But the thing is that you can actually be playing next to your friend, and you wouldn't even know it because it's one universe. And it's just pure exploration. A point in the trailer which is really interesting, when it zooms out and from one little speck of like one planet, and it zooms out and expands into many different planet connections, which is really cool because once you get a certain sector, then you can kind of like fast travel, I think, a little bit. But another point to the game is that on the planets, yes, there is combat with guns and stuff and fighting, and there's passive and aggressive enemies. You can upgrade your ship by getting money and stuff. Another cool thing is that the stations, like where you dock off each planet, is where you can buy your ships and your parts for your ship to go faster and all that stuff. But you can actually attack the bases. You can be bad or good in this game. Now, you can attack the bases. Now, it won't destroy the bases because that same base is used for everybody that's come to the planet. But if you destroy the base, it actually weakens the goods that you can get from that certain base. It won't destroy it, but it actually weakens what you can actually purchase from there. So it affects everybody. So if you want to be a total dick to one planet, you can. And just start shooting at a planet's base, or one of the many bases on the planet you have to find. But but it will weaken its supplies you can get and stuff like that. It's mainly an exploration game with some combat, and just really, if you want to put on some music and just explore a couple galaxies, hell, that's really what the game's there for. It's just a beautifully made, really good indie game that's getting a lot of AAA rep, and that's really... Any questions?
So basically, this is what I thought Destiny was going to be.
Yeah.
Based on that description. Because that's why I thought, when they were mentioning Destiny, like, oh yeah, it's going to be this open world MMO-style shooter where there'll be a big map and you got go everywhere and there'll be ship customization. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen with Destiny.
Yeah.
And that just turned into be a regular shooter.
Yeah, the only difference is that it's not like a normal shooter where you're fighting against other people. I don't know, they haven't really released if you could actually do PvP in it. Like, if you want to see somebody and just kill them, kind of like in DayZ, you could just randomly walk up to be like, psh, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know, they haven't really released about that. Now, another cool factor with... first of all, I'll ask Adam and Tyler what you think about what I gave so far. I have a lot more, so...
It's very EVE Online-esque, if you've ever seen or heard anything about that.
Yeah, heard of it.
I'm curious as how their economy will work, as in if they'll have, like, player-to-player trading or an auction house or anything like that. And if there's, like, what actual, like, other economic ways there are to get, resources and stuff. Because I know in EVE Online, just to segue for, like, 2 seconds, there was actually, like, I think, like, a couple years ago, there was a hit on one of the biggest corporations in the game to kill the leader of that corporation. And people spent, I think, over, like, $70,000 in, like, real-life money to kill this guy. But it looks really cool right now.
Adam?
There was an item in EVE Online that you could buy, and it literally cost you $80. Do you want to know what that item was?
Was it horse armor?
I believe it was a monocle or a top hat.
It's like RuneScape with the Santa.
But 80 real-life dollars.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh my god, I want a manacle.
It's a really cool-looking monocle.
But anything on the game?
That thing better make me paninis.
It sounds interesting. Just like, I'm a little apprehensive about it like I was when I was first hearing about Destiny. I just need to see it more.
I'll give you one thing that might surprise you. The reason why the game hasn't been released yet is that they do not want to release any DLC for the game whatsoever.
That makes me happy.
They want to give you one game all at once, and then they're not updating it ever, except for patches that need to fix the game. That is, if they have to. That's all they want to do. Basically, the game has been done for the past couple months. All they're doing is trying to make the planets look better, give you a better system of things. They're trying to make this a really good game. I mean,
like Death Road to Canada.
So, like, but
I'm still waiting for.
Back to the whole point that John brought up about it trying that. So you thought Destiny was going to be. That's like I said, Destiny. It was. I think if they did that, then we would have understood why the game costed that much money. But really, I do not believe that the game should have costed $500 million from what I got. I mean, the budget, for the DLC they were putting out, but there wasn't enough content in my opinion, for that. What are you laughing at, John?
I just want to go back to the last video when we released it around Destiny time. Like, so what are you guys say of the game?
Yeah.
So it's the best game ever!
Shut up.
Critiquing the graphics.
Okay, alright.
It was day one.
Listen, John.
Day one.
Okay, so at the time of Destiny...
I'm going to sell all my other video games and just play Destiny.
No, come on, it was day one.
No, he has every single right to be doing this. Right?
Yeah, no, it
hold
makes
on.
sense.
I have some reservation about this. Shut up, John. You don't play shooters.
You can't get as mad at me because I figured that out really early on when these guys kept playing it. So
okay, the only reason
slightly less
your
stupid.
PvP thing.
I
ended up not liking it because it was a shitty MMO.
it wasn't an MMO. I already figured that out.
I'll wait. I will wait. I will
Sorry,
wait.
I'm done.
The only reason I kept playing it was because that was the only game out at the time, and that was what my friends were playing.
True.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
But I still like that. I just said, I wonder what will be in like a couple months, and they're like, we're probably gonna still love it in a couple months. I'm not sure if that is the exact quote, but I'm pretty sure you guys said something along the line. Said, well, we'll do a follow-up video in a couple months. He's like, we're gonna still like it. Spoiler alert.
John,
Here we are.
I still like the game. It's still a good game. I just don't feel like paying $30 extra to unlock another part of the game.
I could tell you. I mean, from out of all of us here, I've played the most Halo or anything made by Bungie.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know we were talking about No Man's Skies, but this is kind of. I think we were done with
that game. That game just sucks.
No, I mean we can go back to
It's
it.
gonna
But
suck.
hold on.
2 months later, it's great.
The reason why it wasn't what a good game in my book. I mean, yes, the game fantastically really did a good job with like you being able to play with your friends in raids and stuff like that, which has never really been done in any really shooter game per se. I mean, Borderlands 2 kind of does that in a sense, but that was cool. I mean, the raid, I'll say, was really, really probably the coolest shooting adventures I've ever done, and I only did it once, okay? And that's all I needed to know that it was really good.
Until they fucked it all up.
Well, no, okay. Again, I'm not a butthurt fan like most everybody when they freak out about a change in a little thing. Okay, if something gets changed, I don't really give a shit. Okay, I played and enjoyed it, and that's it. It doesn't affect me. If now you can't push the boss off the front. Oh, well, that just ruined my entire life. Come on.
Gonna rip my dick off.
I'm gonna
shove
go.
it in the PlayStation.
I'm getting passionate right here. Hold on.
So that wasn't the
Feel the
problem.
passion.
Pushing the boss off was not the problem. The problem was the only actual team part of it, which was in the Atheon fight. You knew who was going to go through that portal and who was going to stay out. Once they changed it to, it's going to be completely random, it just took out every single team part of that raid. It's just, it's more random ass RNG. Where is he gonna go? Who's gonna go through? That was the problem that a lot of people had, and that's the problem I had with it.
Yeah.
The one part that we were able to control, they just completely got rid of.
I'll give you another thing. I think I'm gonna give you a vision of what I thought. I think would have been cooler. Okay, I'll bring it back to the tower. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we had the big discussion about how I thought the tower was. It looked cool. John thought it looked very, very boring. Which, again, I still kind of think it was cool, but they didn't do what they should have done with it. When I thought about the game and having raids and stuff like that, I thought, hey, just like most MMOs, you can gather with a bunch of people towards a big freaking door that you can go to, okay? And then you could be like, hey, you want to join my party for this raid? Instead of having to go to an exterior website and then trying to bring a group together, like off a website that didn't even deal with the game itself, okay? If they integrated that would have already made the game a lot better. Also with the PvP. That's not the reason why I don't like the game per se, just because of PvP. The PvP, yes, it was pretty fun for a while I played it for a little bit, but the beauty of, like I said, the beauty of PvP in shooter games is climbing the ladder. I mean, Adam, you can understand me from Hearthstone. It's the reason why the game's addicting to you is because you want to get better, you want to get the better cards, and you want to be able to climb the ladder and become that highest rank, or the lowest rank technically. That's the reason why Halo 3 and Halo 2 was so much fun for a lot of people in the genre. I mean, getting to 50 in a skill took a lot of time and a lot of practice, and when you got it, and it just got really fun. And I didn't get any of that feeling because they didn't integrate that. There wasn't a drive for me. I mean, yeah, getting cool weapons, but I mean, it just didn't really give me as much of a drive because most of the time you're just fighting fleets of enemies for long periods of time to just get enough to get a drop to possibly get a good item. Whereas in other older Halo, Bungie games, or any other shooter game, you build and your skill gets better, and that skill allows you to rank up and prosper, and that's the drive that it brings you. Whereas Destiny didn't bring you much of a drive. It just wasn't a good That's what a game should be. A game should make you drive to keep getting better and to beat it, and that's why I didn't like it. Sorry,
that is the overall problem with Destiny, is that you don't get better by doing these things to make your skill better. You get better by doing these things to maybe possibly get a good item drop out of their crazy RNG system and program to get a item that, oh, now I'll be able to do this. Like, the only reason even me and Tyler were not able to get to level 30 because our RNG was not good enough while we did the raid. And it was as simple as that.
Yep.
The only reason we could not be the highest level, the best that we could be, because we didn't get a random drop. And that is not good for any game, relying on random drops.
Yes, I agree. I agree. But that's really the main reason why I don't think Destiny was as good as it. I mean, I'll wrap it up from there. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I mean,
I just have one thing to say in response.
Yes, is it going to piss me off and grind my gears? I'm sorry, I just had a moment there, man.
That's one of my favorite quotes of all time from The Simpsons. And I will link it in the description, as will all of these articles that we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
So
Okay, what's next?
So John, what's next? John? I'm sorry.
Any more about No Man's Sky before we continue? Or
I mean, do you have anything else you want to ask? I mean, I have some.
Not really. I just want to say I'm excited about it, because as a kid, I always felt that the perfect game for me would be just open world city that's customizable and all shared server. And I was like a kid, and I was like, that'll never happen.
But that game's
But now
already out. It's called Minecraft.
Well, yeah, that. But I meant like in
yeah.
a more realistic world.
Yes,
this is a big step towards it.
Yes.
Also, unified server.
That's still on the fence. I mean, that's what my brother and I got an impression from the article. I mean, they didn't clearly state that it was one unified server, but the way they said it, I mean, maybe you're put into random servers in giant, but when the universe being so big, it probably can have one big server, because the only reason why is because it's so vast. So
they could do some like technical wizardry and make it that like you can transfer between servers if you get to a certain point or something.
I don't know
if that's a technical possibility.
One other feature. Sorry, Tyler. To wrap it up is that people expected, like someone their interview they're like, so are you going to have a completion bar to find all the planets, right? And they're like, no. They said the whole point. They said that ruins the whole point of what we want the game to be. He said we want the game to feel adventurous, and the only way you feel adventurous is not knowing what you're completing. I mean, give you an example of the original Zelda game. You get plopped into a world, you don't even know what the hell you're supposed to do when you first start it. You get a sword and ta-da, you don't know what you're doing. That was the fun part, and that's why it was such a good game. That's what they want to integrate here. They want you to be able to put you in a world, you just explore, don't know what you're trying to do, and just adventure in a ship and just explore, and it's just a really cool game concept that I'm just really excited for. So that's about it.
I just want to say one more thing. I'm a big Rock Lee Smile fan. He's a gamer. He does indie impressions. Mm-hmm. This game seems like right up his alley. He's a big exploration game person. This is just like the mother of all exploration games.
Tyler, what did you want to point out? Sorry, John, I just felt
I'm done. That was all I have.
I just wanted to say that they might do something with the servers, as in kind of what World of Warcraft does, is where you have your server that you're on, but there are multiple servers in what they call a battle group.
Yeah.
And people from, say, my server, and I know my friend from college, his server, we can PvP together, not being on the same server.
Sorry, I was just trying to... I spilled some drink and I had to look it up.
But yeah, it might be something like that, or they could, I don't know. I don't know the specs behind how, one unified server could work, unless they do something where, because it is so vast that it only makes a server for what area is populated. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's why I think John said, like, because I know there's different sectors in the game where planet, like galaxies and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're in a galaxy, but then you find a way out of that galaxy, and it's like a natural transfer between servers. So, like, each server is a galaxy.
Yeah.
In the spec system. So, like, if you go to a different galaxy, it's just a whole different server, but that's... I mean, no one's going to be in the in-between, except... I mean, I don't know, so... Next topic, I guess.
Alright, so... This has been a popular topic on the internet for a while, but a lot of people have suggested over the years, like, oh yeah, when I have a kid, and I'm a gamer, I'm going to only introduce him to old consoles and old games first, and then slowly work their way to modern games. So that's been something that people have said for a while, and it's just been like, haha, that'll be good, but there's never been really any confirmed case of that, whether that's even like a just thing to do, if that could like affect little baby children somehow. But someone's actually done it. Someone has officially did it. They started doing this in 2004, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was it 2004? I forget the date. But they started doing it in the 2000s. And the gentleman's name is Andy Baio, and his son Elliot, at the age of 4.5, was given a plug-and-play console that was a joystick. It had Pac-Man, like all the old games like Space Invaders, Galaxy, stuff like that, Rally X, whatnot, to him to play. And he started off not especially good at it, but he got a little bit better at it. For his 5th birthday, they got him... well, I'm not sure if they bought an NES, or if they got an emulator of some kind, but introduced him to a little more, like, kind of like the NES era games.
Yes.
You know? And the kid was getting pretty good at these. The only time the father had to step in is if they got to a difficult part. Then he bumped it up a little bit more, introduced him to The Legend of Zelda, which he beat on his own with no help from his dad at the age of, I think, maybe 6. The only thing his dad did was give him a map of Dungeon 9. That's the only thing he did in the entire game to help him.
Okay.
Then he went on to the 90s games. He beat, I think he beat or 100%ed Mario 64 at about age 7. And then eventually, at age 8, he was brought up to modern times. He played Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, games like that around that time period. And now he was introduced to modern games. And he said the things he noticed in his son is that his son has a real appreciation for the 8-bit style games. Like, he doesn't like shun the old graphical style despite being introduced to this newer stuff. He actually kind of gravitates toward the older looking stuff. And he'll play games like VVVVV and Spelunky, which he and the developer actually like brought this up, said that he is the youngest person to ever 100% Spelunky on its hardest mode at age 8.
Oh my god.
This kid is like a gaming prodigy. Now, because he's had the experience with the old games that are like Nintendo hard, and he has experience with the newer games that add new gameplay mechanics that look nice and whatnot. And he's a very well-rounded gamer at the age of 8. So the thing I want to point out, I want to ask here is, 1, your opinions on the whole experiment and, you know, experimenting on your kids in general. And 2, I mean, what do you think about this story? It really isn't much of a debate in this one. I can think of I just wanted to tell you this, because this has been something that people have speculated for years, but there's been no real, like, concrete, like, testing of it.
I can tell you this much. I can vouch from all of us here. We all have an older brother.
So,
right? Besides John? Right? It's kind of the same thing as in, well, my brother's the oldest out of the three of us, and
he's like 70.
My brother basically raised me.
I kid, man.
When I was born, my brother was 12. Okay, so when my parents would work a lot, he basically would watch me every single day when he got home from school. And he didn't, I mean, at the time, yes, when I was younger, that was the games, but that wasn't for example, that's at the time I was born, when I was around 2 or 3 is when he started putting a controller in my hands. Okay, my first, one of the first games I ever beat was Mario 64 at the age of 2. Okay, not Mario 64. Sorry, Mario Kart. Not Mario 64. That's too much for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, damn.
No, Mario 64. I beat on 50cc. I beat like the first thing or whatever. Okay, I mean my brother even vouches for it. But
Pics or no evidence.
but he didn't start me off with that. He literally, like you said, he started me off like first of all, when I was like a little kid, he would put the older games in front of me as a kid. I would watch the older games, like the really older games, from like NES era or just traditional games. And I noticed as growing up, I did tend to like. I mean, that's why I really like that game, Towerfall Ascensions, because it's just got a really good vibe of old school gaming with just that motion. But I noticed it when I was probably in Boy Scouts at like 6 or 7. Everyone was like, there was a console at Boy Scouts that there was I think what was it? I think it was just an N64 laying around, and then we used to play it when we would have our meetings, right? But instead of playing the N64 with them, there was actually an arcade machine with Pac-Man, and you didn't have to pay for it. You could play it. I didn't play the N64. I decided to be a loner and play Pac-Man the entire time because I just really loved the feel of it. I just love Pac-Man and the drive that you'd get to just try and get farther into a higher score. So that's kind of how I feel on the subject. I mean, I would probably do the same thing if I had kids. Not to a testing degree, but I would naturally just have them play other games and just kind of work their way up.
Yeah, I mean, I can see some people taking it too far, but I mean, like if you don't do it sanely like this, then yeah, I like this concept. Would I do it? I'm not sure. I mean, I would probably introduce them to like some more obscure games.
But again, if they want to play a newer game, I'm not going to stop them.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
That's
I'm not going to be
difference.
like, no!
Because if I bought if I'm still, I'm going to obviously be a gamer when I have a kid, like at an older age. So I'll be like, I have this cool game, and he's like, oh, can I play? I'm like, sure. That's
Though I mean, he kind of started at an age where like, he doesn't have like a lot of friends yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he's going over to other kids' houses and playing video games, where they have like the newest game. Usually that starts to happen a little later on.
Mm-hmm.
So at age 8, he has a very wide variety of games to his credit. So now when he goes to playing games at other people's houses, he'll, kick their asses in certain circumstances.
I bet he could smash all of us in Smash.
Man, Ty, you need to face him on Twitch in Injustice.
Oh, that kid?
Yeah, he really does. He probably has some mean Mortal Kombat skills.
Dude, I don't even want to get on the subject.
Street
I
Fighter.
don't even want to get on the subject, man, of that game. I'm having so much fun with it. Oh my god.
I'm enjoying it so much I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
See, okay, my upbringing was kind of like the opposite of Tyler's, as to where his brother showed him the older games. My brother didn't show me the older games. My parents are divorced, and when I would go to visit my dad, at the time I think he was living at his parents' house, so my grandparents' house, and they had an NES, just a straight up NES, old, the square controller like we have.
Yeah.
And I would go there and play that, and my brother was doing other stuff. I don't know what he was doing. I don't even think he came with me.
Baiting.
I know he's only 3 years older than me, so.
Nope.
I was
baiting.
I was 4, he was 7, so I don't. Maybe. But yeah, I played more of the older games than he did. But I mean, we played mostly the same stuff throughout our lives. But I'll probably have like emulators or maybe even a physical copy of the older stuff for my kids and for me, obviously. But I'm not gonna force them to play that before they play the newer stuff.
Yeah, that's like I'm gonna like introduce them to it, but if they don't want to play it, I'm not gonna be like, you're gonna play this.
Yeah.
But
I'm kind of a weird case in that I started off with a PlayStation 1. I didn't do any Nintendo gaming at all Like, I did not play any of the Nintendo franchise as a kid. But, with that said, the games I tend to gravitate towards, like, especially in recent times, they're more, I would say more like the Nintendo hard or the kind of oddball out there lo-fi graphics. Like, I mean, Binding of Isaac, I gravitate toward heavily. I love that game. It's Nintendo hard, and it's not like the most like crisp graphics, I would say. Thomas Was Alone is just boxes, and it's puzzle platformer, and I love it. So
you just love one-off indie games.
Yeah, so I have my own niche to that. If I had a kid that I wanted to get into gaming, which, I mean, I'm not against gaming. I like
John,
it.
what about the other 5
What other 5?
kids?
The other 5 kids?
Yeah, what happened to your other 5 kids?
My other 5 kids?
Yeah.
Oh, God! It's Home Alone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5!
All in different households.
No, I'm gonna get them taken away. Wait, they can't find them. So I can't get them taken away. There you go, kid.
This is turning very weird very fast.
I don't know what's going on.
So anyway,
We're here to take your kids. Well, go ahead and try. They might be in Istanbul. They might be in New York City. I don't know. Haven't been home in months.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
All right. On to the next one.
Wait, Adam, did you want to talk about it or no?
No, he's just yawning over there.
Something.
Is your mic gonna cave out again?
What I'm gonna say hasn't already been said before, so.
All right.
Fine then. Be it boring.
I mean, it's not boring if I just. have to
Just say something on the matter. Like,
Something
I like
on the
games.
matter.
Okay. All right. Next topic.
yes, what is next?
Poor guy. He was like, I was gonna say something, but nah. Are you sure? Going once, going twice?
Sold. Next
Next
topic.
topic. Chico, tell us about your crippling World of Warcraft addiction.
Oh, the crack.
It's
Because
not.
of it.
It's not crippling. As you can see, I'm not playing it right now. I actually haven't played in like.
You're playing with your dick right now under the table.
No, okay, so I want to talk about the launch of the latest expansion, which is Warlords of Draenor, and how what happened with it affects gaming as a whole. So, as you don't know or don't know,
Draenor?
Draenor.
no, it's Draenor.
Yeah, but if
it's
it's
a
Draenor.
continent. No.
No, it's Dre, then Nor.
It's home to the Draenei's and orcs.
The tentacle dudes.
Yeah, with tentacles on their chins.
That
And
Anyway.
they're
sounds
blue,
deep.
mostly. A little bit.
Anyway, I wanna talk about if you do or don't know the launch of the expansion. Basically, what happened is it was probably one of the biggest launches for World of Warcraft in the series of the game, besides the original launch. As to, it crashed a lot of servers and a lot of services for the company. I know from my personal experiences, to get into my server on a weekday took maybe 5 hours. On a weekend, you were sitting there for maybe the whole day trying to get in. And, you know, after the fact, Blizzard came out and said, hey, you know, we effed up. Here's 5 days worth of game time. We're sorry, it won't happen again. But they did have to change a lot of their like networking stuff, like how their servers work and all that, and how queue times work. So if you know, there's like sometimes there's a queue on the Battle.net service now instead of the actual game. It's like a queue to get into their whole launcher for all 4 games.
Yeah.
So I don't know what does that say to you guys?
So, are you suggesting that the change that is making the gaming is that it's bumping up the way servers work because of the
Yeah,
server traffic?
they had to change their servers and how they worked, but I want to know. I mean, obviously, none of you guys were affected with it because you didn't play, but being such a big title and being set back almost a week, you know, what does that say for the company? What is that, you know? What does that say for
It
games
says
and all
that a lot of people who had stopped playing have started playing again.
Thank you,
Because
Captain
the last
Obvious.
one, Mists of Pandaria, right? It did
Yep.
nothing like that.
Yeah, it was
Would
horrible.
have had pandas.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, but I know like a bunch of people that I'm friends with are just like, maybe I'll go back to World of Warcraft now. And some people were having like debates with their loved ones even on Facebook. Should I start? No, you're not. Okay. So, I don't know what it is about Draenor that made people want to get back into it, but it did make a lot of people get back into it, and it's nothing but good for Blizzard, if anything. Do you know what did make them want to go back to it, Tyler? Or Chico, rather?
Honestly, it was... Okay, so basically they took the idea of their their first expansion, the second
Burning
part
Crusades.
the Burning Crusade, which was their the best-selling expansion to date until this one came out. They basically took that same continent, went back in time to another dimension, and that's where we're playing right now. So they kind of took and were like, this worked really well. Let's do it again. And that's what drew a lot of people back.
Going back to your question of what does it say about the company, it says one of two things. It depends on what the circumstances are. It either means that, one, they don't care enough to put enough into their servers, or don't care enough to make a working server just to push the product. I don't think that's the case here. I think it's just a case of they underestimated how many people would be interested.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you see something like I'll just give a non-gaming example. Conan this week decided, you know what? People like the wooden emojis that we put in the skit. They want to buy them? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. So he's just like, oh, we're gonna sell them. We got 100 available, and all the proceeds go to charity. Go nuts. Sold out in 19 minutes.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, well, another 500. Help this charity out more. So I think it's just a matter of they know that not as many people are into the Warcraft as the yesteryear. So they're like, you know what? New expansion for all you good people who are stuck around with us. Come on back in. And they weren't expecting that level of traffic. So
yeah,
that's what I think was the case in this circumstance.
I could say. Oh, sorry.
No. Continue. I was just gonna conclude, but that was it.
I can say that what it says about Blizzard as a company really is that I'll point out the fact that you said they gave everyone 5 days of playtime because of the problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies, they do give back if something happens like that, but not the way Blizzard does it. I mean, Blizzard understands how much of a bond they've created with their players and how much people really live and love to play their game. And them not being able to play, they can understand that, we're taking away that bond. I mean, for the reason why Blizzard has been a big company and World of Warcraft's been a big company for all these years is because they built a bond with a character niche of people that just you can't break. I mean, I can admit to any MMO that it's been good that I've played, I've always said, I want to play that again, probably soon. I might go back to it. You know, that's just the bond that they created. Where, like, you play any other game, it's like, you don't get that same feel because it's a game that you could just keep building upon. Which a lot of games, that's the hard part. Where I made this point the other day is that the difference between old school gaming and gaming now is that most games lack replay value to the fullest. I mean, it's really hard to find a game like Binding of Isaac. Great game for replay value. I mean, that's what it's made for. Okay. Yeah. Minecraft, it's just what it's made for. I mean, it's just that's the whole point of it. But most games that don't involve that roguelike or just adventurous style, there really isn't much replay value in games anymore. I mean, I brought a point up to my brother the other day, the difference between playing a Mario now versus a Mario back in the day. I mean, it's like you play. I mean, you can admit, Tyler, playing the old school Mario, it's still fun to just keep doing the same old thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Even though you've done it like 20 million times. You've done the same world warp to go to World 4 over and over again, but it's still fun to play, and you can keep going back to it. Same with World of Warcraft. Well, we did this kind of raid before, but it's still kind of fun. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And compare and contrast, so Blizzard, they know they have an issue here, and they're like, all right, guys, sorry about the issue. Here's 5 free thingy-mabobs for game playing thing. Yeah. Talk words, so go nuts. Compare and contrast that to EA games when SimCity launched and nothing was working. What did they do to remedy that?
Okay,
They're just
I can show you what EA
come back.
did. I can show you what EA did. Ready?
Where did EA go?
Nothing.
Where did EA go?
See what's here? You see what's in my hand? Yeah, that's right. They nothing.
Actually, there's actually a trash bin, so actually they just gave you trash.
No, in my hand, not over there.
If you
in my hand.
to twitter.com, search Chris Kluwe.
Twitter.
Oh.
Search Chris Kluwe, who is a punter. He used to be in the Vikings. Scroll down, look for all of his rants on SimCity. It is one of the funniest series of tweets you will ever read. It's very funny. That's
interesting.
And that's why Blizzard is awesome, because fuck you, EA.
So anything else about World of Warcraft?
I find it funny that Tyler brings up giving them free days, because it kind of coincides into our next topic.
Yep,
Yeah.
So we're done with talking about Blizzard. So let's talk about Hearthstone, Goblins versus Gnomes. Adam, just his heart just exploded with joy.
His heart.
I literally waited.
Exploded.
Refreshing my Blizzard launcher, seeing when it's gonna come out, when it's gonna come out.
In the library, just going
yeah. And that was after they announced it. It's just it's going to come out at noon. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be at 1. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be at 2.
Weren't you having internet problems, too?
Yeah.
Weren't you having internet problems because the school's connection's kind of weird?
Yeah, but, so, once they finally got it set up, you launch it. They gave you 3 free packs, which is pretty nice for the people who are just trying to play free to play all together. And then maybe half an hour later, be oh, I want to buy packs.
No.
No.
You got a error that was just oh, you can't there's something wrong with the authorization or whatever. You keep refreshing and just oh, you can buy some now. And then, I left the game to go do some stuff after I recorded, my free pack openings.
Yeah, by the way, those watching this, if you want to see some more Hearthstone content, Adam does have a video. It'll either be out before this video, or it's going to be coming out real soon. When link will be in the description. Either way, if you want to check it out. But continue.
Yeah, so I went to go, do something. I go back, and I'm just stuck on the loading screen. And so I'm just what the fuck's going on? I try refreshing it 5 or 6 times. I go to Blizzard's website, and that's down. I'm just what the fuck's going on? You go onto their Twitter. Hey, everyone. So, funny story. All our servers are crashed, and Battle.net is down. So...
The building's just on fire.
We'll be back in, about 3 hours. Everything of Blizzard's was down. Battle.net was down. People couldn't log on to WoW.
It was horrible. No, people could log into WoW. The thing that pissed me off and this is going back to World of Warcraft. My game time ran out on Tuesday. Goblins vs. Gnomes launch on what, Monday?
Monday.
Yeah.
This Monday.
I went to go buy game time to play on Tuesday. Logged into Battle.net and it was like, oh, we're down. Sorry. So I could not play my other game until they fixed their stupid problem.
Yeah, and it took hours to fix this because so many people were on trying to get packs, trying to make the new decks, and they handled it very well. They ended up giving WoW players a free day to make up for the lost time that they had, which is very nice. And yeah, the expansion has been amazing so far.
Good guy, Blue. Yeah, I was just about to ask, what do you think about the expansion?
I love it. Will
you love it in 4 months?
Yes. So it's like any other card game. A new expansion comes out, and then the entire meta changes. You got some classes becoming stronger, some classes becoming weaker. All of the old decks are either changing or becoming obsolete or becoming even more powerful due to the other decks that are coming out. And just like any other card game, like Magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Once a new booster set comes out, that's when the entire game changes, essentially. So
I'm just waiting for what Ty's gonna do.
No, he's on his 3DS.
What are you doing over there, Ty?
We yelled at Adam that he couldn't play Hearthstone during.
It's not even on. It's literally not even on. It's just a black screen.
That's not the point.
I don't play Hearthstone that much.
This guy. Assholes.
So,
hey, I'm enjoying.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying
Hearthstone.
Yep.
Check out Adam's unpacking of it, which will be up shortly.
I'll be doing unpacking. I will be putting up videos of me trying to climb a ladder, trying to get to legendary.
I've always wanted to see.
Probably it won't happen, but I will try.
Yep. So, shameless promotion out of the way. Next, another topic that Adam. Oh wait, no, that's after.
I wanted to say it's also really funny watching the streamers try and buy the new packs and just them epically failing and buying a bunch of old packs. Like, for example, Trump was just like, oh, I should get like 20 packs. Goes in, buys 20, starts to open them up. It's just like, wait, I bought the wrong ones.
Aw.
Damn it.
Poor guy. So, Tyler. No, not you. Chico.
Huh?
To the person who's doing it is. League of Legends bore me.
Okay. So a couple things happened with League of Legends. First thing, patch 4.20 came out a couple weeks, like a week ago. Which the biggest change for that was the updated Summoner's Rift, which is the map that you play on, the 5v5 map. Completely changed some of the layout, completely changed the art style and the look of it. Also some gameplay mechanics with the new upcoming LCS, which is their Pro Series. New season's coming up soon. So it'll be interesting to see how the new gameplay mechanics play into the pros. But the big thing I want to talk about is one violation of the pro scene's rule set on my team, which so happens to be the team that got fined. So basically what happened was the team that I like, the team I follow, CLG, took and poached the coach from another team while he was still under contract for that team to be the coach for CLG, which is a breach of not only contract of the other team, but a breach of the rule set for the pro scene. And out of that, they were fined $10,000. The coach cannot be their coach for the first 3 weeks, and they have to find a replacement for the first 3 weeks.
Man, this is like some NASCAR penalties here.
Thoughts
I'll
on
do it.
that? Yeah, thoughts on that?
Well,
That's insane.
yeah, but this is a big industry.
Mhm.
True.
So, I mean, it's like starting up I'm a NASCAR fan, so I'll use this as my thing. It's like starting up a NASCAR team. It's usually high money, so fines are anywhere from like $10,000 to $25,000 for NASCAR. I mean, this is professional gaming, so $10,000 is high for that.
Yeah, to
But,
date.
I mean, I think we could cover it.
Yeah, to date, that is the highest fine that the company has put out.
What are some other fines that they've given, just like as a comparison?
Let me check here.
We're losing the audience,
It's gonna be a minute. I
Dead
know.
air.
I know that CLG has been fined in the past. Let's see what they say
Seems a
about
bunch of
this team.
cheaters.
No, they did not. Well, they didn't cheat. It was something with a foreign player's visa that happened. And,
You guys are like the smuggest assholes when he talks.
I'm
He's
not.
like, oh yes, tell us more, Chico.
No, I was completely
Oh,
just mimicking Adam.
I knew it.
okay. So
Stop.
another team fielded a player without a contract, and they were fined $1,000, which is not that
Oh, wow.
bad.
That's a pretty big hike. If that's
Yeah. That.
highest before this, or
No, I don't believe so. That was the highest.
so, what would you say the highest is about maybe like 5,000?
I want to say it's around like 8. Maybe.
All right, I mean that's only $2,000 hike. Only $2,000, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this
That ain't too much.
this fine, this guy for bad mannering another team, one player, not an organization, was fined $2,500, and he was suspended from his first 3 matches of the next season.
What did he say?
I don't know.
Fine.
I feel like I heard about that.
Oh, okay, so he made a new account and named it Taipei Ching Chong. And he went on the Taiwan servers with that name. So he was fined that money. But yeah,
He was fined 2,500 as well.
What?
That guy with the Ching Chong name.
That was the same. That was the case I was talking about. The 2,500.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah, that's what he. That's
Take
what
my
he
money.
did. It would take my money. I don't need it. But a lot of people are saying that the company is being like a Nazi and like bringing down the ban hammer on a lot of stupid stuff. But more people are saying that it's keeping them professional and instead of just having a bunch of computer playing nerds and we're better than you.
Yeah, I mean, there should be a professionalism if you're in esports are becoming like a kind of a professional thing, especially in Asian countries. I'm curious, what do they do with the ban money? Because coming from NASCAR, what they do with it is any fine money goes to NASCAR Foundation charities. So if say a driver punches another driver in the groin because they spun him off the turn, and they're like, hey, you can't do any groin punches, like $25,000 fine or something. Then that $25,000 goes to a charity. So I'm curious what League of Legends does with.
There is a cool charity for modifying game systems for the disabled.
Yeah,
That's a charity I would always probably donate to if I was part of that.
like ones that can't use their hands very good.
Yeah, like they design games for you to be able to play the same games, but the charity puts money towards trying to invent different ways for disabled children without some parts, or they just can't figure it out to make it easier for them.
I think the Yogscast is actually donating to that charity this year.
RuneScape does a lot of donations with that. I know that because I've liked their Facebook page. That's how I found out about it, because they do a lot of donations to them, and they collab with them. So
There's an IndyCar team owner. What was his name? Is it Scott Sharp? Might be Scott Sharp. I could be wrong. IndyCar is not my top thing I follow.
No,
but
you missed the point.
He got paralyzed in an accident, and he is working to develop a car that you can steer with like your head, like head movement and whatnot.
That's cool.
And he actually took it around the track. It was like the first time he drove a car since the accident, and he said it was really awesome. So maybe they might use technology like that for that. That'd be interesting. Sorry to get off. I'm sorry. We're done talking about disabled children. You could talk about your rules and your esports.
Can anyone catch my joke?
What did you say?
Well, his last name was Sharp, and I'm like, all I said was, in my head it was funny. All I said was, I think you missed the point.
Ha-ha!
But it was right after.
He can't walk.
Stupid. That was stupid.
But, okay, well, it's still a funny joke to play on words, so.
Just like shame you.
Doesn't make me feel any worse.
Stupid.
So tell us more about League, Chico.
What about it? That's all I was really going to talk about.
All right.
Wait,
I don't know.
Well, if you're done, move on.
What did you have to say?
Wait, is the YouPorn thing also a problem in the league right now, or no?
No, that's a Dota team last time
about
I
this.
checked.
Okay, just asking.
Yeah, no,
I'll turn
Dota...
this into the next topic.
I knew that would get shot.
Apparently...
No, we'll talk about it after I'm done talking about the other thing.
So we're done with League. Moving on to Dota.
We're
We're
experiencing
moving on to Dota. Talking about the new update. John, do I have to talk about YouPorn before I talk about the update?
Yes, now we have to talk about YouPorn. So apparently,
Okay.
YouPorn is sponsoring a Dota team in
No,
the
they're
upcoming...
trying to.
No, they have a team.
wanted
The
to.
team is assembled.
Can we be this
Yeah.
team?
No, it's already assembled. It's already...
No,
Team
it's already
YP is
assembled.
already a
It's-
thing.
It was.
I already got the mustache for it.
They used to be called Play to Win. They're now known as Team YP. They've been trying to like get into Dota before, like front runners of like possible sponsorship was Team Secret, which was Puppy, Croaky, Simba, Big Daddy, S4.
These
Like-
do sound like porn names.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Sim-
these were literally the top tier players, and they were possibly going to be sponsored by YouPorn.
I would have taken.
But it turns out that in the contract of the league series, in the league championship series,
You have to appear in a porno.
10.1.7.5, being very specifically, advertising any pornographic website or pornographic products is a big nope. So I guess they're not going to be able to.
Do you know how much money they were going to give them?
You said
A
that was
lot.
League, though?
No, I was
Dota.
asking if League was also in it. It's
Oh, no,
in Dota right now.
We haven't had any porn teams try and make their way into the LCS.
The porn team.
No, I just love how it's like, you porn?
I just like died. That was perfect timing.
No, we haven't had anything like that because we're civilized, we're classy, we're professional over here. Okay, we're not some. Ooh, we play Dota.
You guys just aren't fun. That's why we're all bored.
Yeah.
All right.
We
Now,
have fucking-
next topic
we
is
have
about
porn.
Go2. So
I
Adam,
actually
talk
play
about
League.
Dota porn.
Can I just bring something up? I play League again. I actually enjoy League more than Dota.
Thank you.
You're lying. That's okay.
I'm not lying actually.
Pictures or did not happen.
Picture didn't
My
have.
opinion.
Take a picture of
Nope, picture didn't happen.
I
enjoying
mean,
it.
if you want to slit my head open, you can take a picture of my brain waves trying to transmit that thought. So,
Is that why you have that mark on your forehead?
yes.
Oh. So,
It made people feel bad about themselves.
This dot represents Dota right now. So you
it's
can,
on your mind.
yeah, you can look at it all you want, but it's just gonna look stupid and annoying.
Ah!
I'm just kidding, Adam.
That's self-deprecating humor.
I like both games. I just wanted to make a joke about, just a backfire from you.
Yes.
So, Adam, tell us about Dota. What happened? What's going on? What about the porn?
New hero got released. It's OP as fuck.
Is it a sexy hero because of YouPorn?
No, it's actually, he is not sexy at all.
I beg to differ.
So, new hero came out, his name's Oracle, he has to deal with, like, time and stuff.
That was
Yeah, it was
forever ago.
Yeah, that's way.
It's been like 3.
no.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, we just
haven't had
talked about
a podcast in a while.
Draenor. It's been like a month. And also with the release of the new hero, there has been a new event called the Nemesis event. I want to make sure.
Should have your information before we start talking
fact
about
check.
I should. I
Yo,
100% should. I believe it's called the Nemesis contract. Anyways, it's basically whenever a hero, Phantom Assassin, is in the game, Phantom Assassin has to kill a specific person on the other team before that specific person kills her. If she kills him and then the team with Phantom Assassin wins, that team will get an item. And if vice versa happens, the contracted person kills her, and then that team wins, then they get an item. Yes.
League had that before you did.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh shit! Oh, it's about to go down.
Just saying, they stole it from League.
Big Mike.
I don't. Was
Keep
it a
going.
specific character?
It's 2 specific characters, Rengar and Kha'Zix. They're both hunters. If they're both in the same game, then
Drop
at
the
a
checkbook.
certain time in the game, they get a buff, not a buff, but a ability on them called Thrill of the Hunt, and whoever kills each other first gets an item that changes the game. So boom.
It's. So you mean completely changes the game? You mean like the game that's going on?
Yes.
Okay, so no, it's completely different. I'm talking about a cosmetic item that they get.
Oh well, that's stupid. That has no in-game effect. And
I
it's
mean,
kinda
it
dumb.
completely changes the game.
Okay. No, it's a fun little event for people to do. It's made it so every single pup game almost always has Phantom Assassin in it. Which is good and bad because she's annoying to play. And Oracle is a very, very, very good hero. In the hands of a skilled player, Oracle is one of the most annoying people to deal with.
You don't
Because
need to worry about me.
See this dot?
basically,
Do we need to refer to back to this
I'm
dot?
not talking to you.
Quit
Oh.
showing us your gross dot, Tyler.
Why are you not talking to me, Adam?
Because
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, who are you talking to then?
talking to John.
Oh, okay.
John likes listening.
We are listening and enjoying
I'm listening.
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
not enjoying, but okay.
I just wanted to make some funny jokes. I'm
I'm
here.
not trying to make funny jokes.
So
I'm
what's
trying to
next
talk
on the
to-
agenda?
Anything else about Dota 2 before we go?
No,
What about
just-
New Bloom, Adam?
Oh well, as with the coming of the new year, like last year, they're coming out with a New Bloom festival, which like changes the cosmetic of the map to make it more like a Chinese New Year. They're also opening up the Dota workshop for people to make designs and hopefully get it featured in the next New Bloom update.
Oh, that's cool.
Does your
I
dragon
will-
have a Santa hat?
There is
I want a lion with a
Does
Santa
like,
hat.
your dragon have a Santa hat?
no, Roshan does not have a Santa hat.
Baron has a Santa hat. Suck it.
Oh.
During Halloween a couple years ago when they had their Halloween event going on, Roshan would run around with a candy bar and a trick-or-treat bag, kill people. It
Cool, I like that.
seemed really funny. Kind of wish I played back then because it seemed fun.
I wish
But
they brought that back. That would have been fun.
it's because of like server issues or something. I don't know.
We can't render this candy bag. He's just going to break the server.
Something like that.
So what's next? Yeah.
Next up, Tyler. The Legend of Zelda. They released the gameplay.
Let me just send it. Let me just open up with this New Bloom right here. Just wanted to make the joke. I was too slow for the joke. I'm just gonna go away from that. Now I have a poorly drawn picture of a flower.
Give it to your mom.
Mom, this is for you. I love you.
He's gonna hate it.
Yes, you want me to bring up the Zelda, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Tell us about it.
okay.
I
So
thought, but tell us what you think.
I mean, how much do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with No Man's Sky. How much do you guys know about the new Zelda game?
I saw the E3 trailer and I saw this gameplay trailer. Other than that, I know very little.
Okay,
It's open world and Link might be a girl.
that actually is proven false now.
That's boring.
It's sad. But there's also hints that the main character isn't a girl, but there might be a girl involved with it. But we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Zelda? No.
I mean,
No.
This kind of makes sense.
Zelda.
No, like not Zelda. I'm saying that's the.
Sheik?
Melon?
Ruto?
It's like maybe
Petra?
it might be a new character, guys. Calm down.
Zora
The
Princess?
character I care about is Ruto. If no Ruto is in this game,
Yeah.
I'm
The
not playing.
shopkeep girl who you had a romance with in Skyward Sword?
Short. Skyward Short. All right, so I'll break it down for you. So they actually are trying to go back to the roots of the original Zelda. Surprisingly, what they're doing. No. Like we made this point earlier with the same feel is that in the original Zelda game they threw you into it, didn't know where you were going, you try and find the dungeons and try and get through it, and you could do them. This is actually a very big throwback to the original, which a lot of people don't realize. They think they're trying to just mimic most like Skyrim games and open world and stuff like that, but they're actually trying to make that feel in a 3D atmosphere, because that's basically what the original Zelda game was. It's just open world, honestly, but it was just a small world crammed into an 8-bit NES game. So that's what they're trying to do with it, and there's a lot of cool features. Like you could just climb up a mountain randomly. There's no limitations. Like there's no gate in your way. You can just try and find a way around it, unless it's part of the story plot, obviously. But most of the adventuring, I think what they're leading up to is that you can just discover a dungeon. That's
I really like that. That really gives a lot of ideas for good side quests and whatnot.
That's what they're trying to do, is make, because he said the difference that me and my brother were talking about. He said like the difference between this game, it's not ripping off Skyrim. The new Zelda is not going to rip off Skyrim too much, because Skyrim had a set storyline. Okay, and you'd get distracted really easily by the side quests, and then you never really would actually finish the story. Whereas in this, they're trying to just integrate both, where you getting lost and getting sidetracked is you trying to just, that's the fun part of the exploration. I mean, you don't even, that's what we're getting at. There might not be as much story-driven it's, there's not as much as storytelling as in you have to go from point A to point B to get to point C. If you know what I mean. It's more like, well, there's kind of point B over there. I mean, I could go there, or that looks kind of cool. I mean, I might go over there.
Point Q.
That's what they're trying to do. Also, there's in the trailer, I don't know if you saw it, John, but there's a cool thing while you're on your horse. If you're, before how it was kind of awkward to shoot things and move, your horse actually will move on its. The horse will move on its own. And actually, if there's a tree in your way, it would actually avoid the tree because it gave it an AI so that it's not like just running in a straight path. It will actually move out of a way of things, jump over things that it has to when you're aiming. So it becomes a mind of its own. And also, when you jump off your horse, you get this cool like slow-mo attack, and like you can aim slow-mo and hit an enemy. That was a kind of cool thing.
So like bullet time, like the Deadeye from Red Dead Redemption?
Or, yeah, something like that. I mean, it's just cool little niches and features that they might add to the... Yes, John?
Have they added a jump button yet?
That I don't know.
I find it funny. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not gonna...
Actually, I think
don't
they
curse
might
me
have...
out here, people, for saying that it's bad, but I find it surprising that The Legend of Zelda they don't use a jump button. They just use the standard, they just use you run to an edge and it'll jump automatically.
I think they actually might have added a jump button for the first time in this one, because if they're allowing free roam of mountain climbing and stuff like that, you need a jump button, because sometimes you have to only get to a point, you actually have to jump a little bit. Can't just like run straight and then possibly get up. So
with the previous method of doing things, well, I mean, it's good and fine for some things, just walking towards things. This opens the door for all new puzzles they could have, new ways of doing it. They could have jumping puzzles if they needed to, that are a little more Like you have a little more say in what's going on.
Yeah, that's really all it comes down to with the trailer that they really revealed. We don't know if there's going to be a leveling system, which they've never really done. We don't know a lot about that. They just kind of displayed the graphics and the beauty of the open worldness. I mean, if you watched,
I looked at the trailer. It was
yeah,
graphically, it was really nice looking,
especially for
and it's just like in dev.
Yeah, it's still in development, and they still got a year to go. And Nintendo is doing a lot of great things. They're doing very well, actually. Their sales have been going up. All these new games have been boosting their just everything. I mean, Wii U right now is beating Xbox One in sales. So that's a very interesting fact. But I mean, that's really all I have to say about the new game. So.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything to say about it?
Seemed fun.
I tuned myself out for that whole thing because I did not want anything spoiled, so I have no idea what he said.
I'm excited too. I don't have any Nintendo consoles, but if Tyler gets it or something, I'm just gonna go over to his house and be like, "Hey, buddy, you mind if I stay here forever?"
Yeah.
And then just.
I just won't let you play because it'll take you 3 hours just to get from point A to point B.
Oh, that's what they want you to do, Tyler.
Oh, yeah? They want you to read text in different voices for 3 hours?
Yes. It's open world.
Good point. Okay, I'll give you that.
All right,
Okay.
so next thing, Chico.
Yes.
What happened to Dawngate?
Well,
It's like Gamergate, only in the morning.
okay, so basically what happened is this game called Dawngate got this really cool cult following that I really liked it, and I know Adam played with me like once or twice.
I tried. It was alright.
Kinda liked it. Tyler played with me a couple times. My brother played with me a couple times. It got a really cool, like I said, cult following, and EA, being the bastards that they are, pulled the plug on the project on the 13th of November, and they said, just to humor you people who play it, we'll keep it open for another 90 days. Anything that you bought in-game will be refunded to you after, I think, like 10 days after they announced it. Oh god, what's going on with my computer?
I will say that is a good thing that they're doing. They're going to refund all the in-game items and whatnot that you purchased.
Yeah.
That is a really, because knowing EA's track record, I can see them not doing that.
Yeah.
They're learning.
Yeah, and they are learning.
A lot of stuff's going on with my computer right now. So yeah, they're pulling the plug on it. I'm kind of sad because I liked it a little bit.
It's not a discussion, just to say we're sorry, Chico.
Well, I mean, I could say that.
I mean, it's kind of, well, the only thing I could probably maybe discuss about it is that it got pushed out of the market because of Dota and League. EA, in their statement, I believe, said that, it's not worth our time and money to put out a game that may never even compete on the same level as those. So why even should we do it,
I have a good point to put across about EA in this same situation. Two popular shooting so Call of Duty and Halo, okay? Too big in their prime back a couple years ago, okay? Really big. And then you have Battlefield trying to sneak its way up in between these two juggernaut shooter games. I mean, it did really well. This is the only difference, but they always EA likes to sneak their way in between the two competitors. Like,
hey guys, you mind if I just sneak in right here?
Yeah, like Dawngate was trying to do the same thing. Like, you got two big juggernauts of the same genre, and then they're like, oh, well, I guess we'll try it. But then most of the time, it doesn't end up being as successful, but I like the game. I don't have any problems. I had no problems with it. I think because it's just those other two games had it took too much of the crowd away. So it was hard for them to really get the bigger following that they were looking for.
Seems like in the MOBA community, there is just no other room for anything other than League and Dota right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's other
I
stuff
feel
like isn't Smite a MOBA?
Smite's a MOBA,
Smite's
but
really
it's
old.
not a thing right now.
Even though it's still like streamed on Twitch for a lot. I mean, really popular on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean it's
surprisingly.
popular, but it's slightly different than the other two, right?
I've
It's
never
a
played
third person.
Yeah, third person. And it's kind of like
It's
a
basically
yeah.
a third person shooter MOBA.
Yeah, I remember. I think Matt Pat from Game Theory liked it a lot.
I watched Par from the Yogscast play it, and it's what I said. It's a third person shooter MOBA.
it.
Isn't it free to play?
I believe so.
I might give it a shot. I was thinking about giving it a shot for a while, but
I don't know.
maybe I should.
I'll
Maybe
play
we
it.
could do a video on it if it's free.
I'll play it with you, John.
All right, yeah, okay.
There-
Game set match. Let's do it.
Like I said, I just feel like there isn't any room for any other competitive MOBAs to be able to break through right now, unless they have something very unique about them. So,
Yeah. It's kind of like I mean, this isn't an exact example, but think like Minecraft, and then other people are like, let's try and make a game kind of like it, and just nothing else.
Terraria.
I mean, to be fair, most of them are just copy clones of it, so it's not exactly the same. But you got games that are relatively competent, like Ace of Spades and
Terraria.
Terraria. Well, Terraria was before it.
Was it?
Yeah, that's where Minecraft creator Guy McGuyson.
Notch?
Notch.
Yeah, my brain just like
Marcus
farted.
Pearson.
Pearson,
What
yeah,
name?
yeah, I'm a big fan.
Oh, god damn it, I hate you.
I know we got. You don't have a stuffed toy.
I have a dog
Where's yours?
right there. She's kind of looks dead, but I have a dog.
Nope.
She's fun.
Ours are adorable.
Mine is the softest.
Mine is the most adorable. It's a moose.
Mine looks like me.
Touche.
Lanky and black.
Mm-hmm. Good at
Exactly.
basketball.
Alright. Nope. Doesn't work.
He doesn't fit well. Can I crim on my face head?
I don't know, but how about we go on to the next topic?
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh god.
the next topic, we're done with games for today.
We'll
This
never
is a
be
train wreck.
games, John.
So the next topic is a bit of a doozy.
Bitch. Get over there. Stay. Stay.
You okay, Dad?
You know what's funny? It's like I'm imagining it as it's like so sad on your head. It's just like, oh,
I don't want to be up here right now.
just get me off the camera.
I teleport away, but I don't have that ability in this realm.
All right, continue, Chad. I'm sorry.
All right, so the story I'm going to present to you is kind of an odd one,
Oh, gosh, I've been waiting for
but
this.
be open-minded here. So I'm going to ask the first question. How many people here are furries? Wow, you guys are weird. No. But seriously, anyone actually?
No.
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 Tyler's still.
You actually really?
Oh,
For sure? I won't judge you. You're still my brother.
damn it.
All right.
It's first
No,
season.
no, I've never.
You like you
no.
some tail?
No, I've never done that.
All right. So no one here.
No.
So weird news story happened. Adam, there's an echo on your thing.
It's the booster's fault.
Fix it. All right, we're good. So this weird thing happened where a furry convention, I forget exactly where it was, a hotel for it was sabotaged and a gas leak occurred that hospitalized 19 people.
Wow.
Yay! My plan worked.
Oh, oh man.
Ooh,
Tyler,
you might get
Tyler,
some black.
I've never seen you without your glasses on. You're sexy.
My eye is burning.
You're the sexiest bioterrorist I've ever seen.
Hey,
So
boys.
this is a pretty. It's an odd news story, but it's also kind of bad because, well, I mean, obviously it's bad because there was an attempt to, kill some furries. So it was reported on Morning Joe, where broadcaster Mika Brzezinski, I have an issue with that name. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Sounds good.
Died laughing during the broadcast of it because she was notified of what a furry was mid-broadcast, and she literally ran off the set, laughing.
Wow.
This, you guys have seen the video. This has generated some controversy, because they see it as a very unprofessional move of her and the other journalist there, the other newscaster, that were laughing during this story that some are calling a terrorist attack. Others are calling just a very severe news story. I want to know what your opinion is on the news, on the newscaster. Whether you think she's being unprofessional in this scenario, and if you think there is a right to be angry about this, or if you feel that it isn't as big of a deal as some people are making it out to be.
Well, being the guy that did it, kudos to those news reporters.
Oh God, Chico!
Kudos to those news
I'm
reporters.
pulling my collar here because I'm like, you're.
No, I didn't do it. No, it's
But
it's funny to watch the video, but it's kind of serious. So.
I could tell you this for the professionalism of her standpoint.
She should be fired.
some
She
people
should
are
be
calling for. They want her fired.
I don't like the fact, because, sometimes your approach to the situation and your body takes it your mind's going to take it however it takes it. I mean, if you say she was told, like, some bad things happened when she first heard the news, right? And then she didn't hear about the deaths, right? And then all of a sudden she said they were furries, and then she explained what furries were. If I didn't know what furries were, and if no one died and I didn't know what furries were, I would probably laugh at the situation too. But because people died, and
No one died. No one died.
Oh,
They
I
were
heard.
hospitalized.
Oh, I misheard you. Oh,
It was serious. They were hospitalized. No one died, but it was close, I think.
okay.
Pretty
Well,
close.
either way, it's still bad that people were hospitalized. But maybe she wasn't. She found the idea of furries funny, but maybe her running off set was to, she didn't want people to see it, and it's hard to control laughter. When you're laughing, it's an involuntary thing. If it's natural, so it's like gas. If you got to fart, you got to fart. You can't hold it in, man. And
You can hold them in.
I knew this conversation would be interesting. I just didn't know in what way.
I wouldn't. That's the thing, is that things happen to news reporters all the time. I've seen news reporters laugh at a lot of things. And again, I wouldn't fire her from this certain situation. I know it's terrible what happened, but sometimes it just comes out. And what are you gonna do? Maybe if she apologizes to the media about it and has the balls to do that, then give her credit and don't fire her. If she really didn't mean to laugh and that just happened, I can't fire somebody for that.
I want to bring up an example that's pre-television. Remember the Great Molasses Flood? Have anyone ever heard of that?
Didn't that happen in where?
I want to say Massachusetts. I'm a little foggy, but
Yeah, no,
it goes like this. They had a huge sty of molasses.
Mhm.
Big old sty. It was at a factory or something. Something broke or something, or exploded or whatever. And molasses just came flowing out of the thing and onto the town below, resulting in the death of 5 people. But imagine having to tell this story.
Mhm.
5 people were killed by a molasses flood. It's a very silly news story, in a sense.
Yeah, it's
Despite the gravity of it.
It's something you'd only really think about in like a cartoon show, or like that happening.
It sounds like some South Park joke.
Yeah.
Like, out there, South Park, like, oh yeah, something happened someone sabotaged the molasses factory. It's coming towards us, and then Kenny dies or something.
Well, hell, they have a whole entire episode of like Blair Witch Project where Randy has the camera and they're getting attacked by giant hamsters. John,
No, they weren't hamsters. They were furries that were angry about the situation.
No, John. No.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Awkward.
So yeah, I think I'm not sure if she's apologized for it yet. But I mean, I think just like a apology would be all she would need to do.
Yeah, that's all I would accept.
I'm sorry for laughing at this tragic news story, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. I don't know what this is. I found it kind of funny. And it was just a reaction that happened there.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think? You guys?
I concur.
Adam's mic
Talk
broke.
again, Adam.
You just sit there with your mushroom and your shirt and just look pretty.
Just like whatever. All right, so I have one more question I wanted to ask about this news story. If you guys want to ask any more, go right ahead.
Is this our last topic?
No, we have
we've
two
got
more after
a
this.
couple. Yeah, they're
Okay.
both me.
Yeah. It's a long episode, but or at least it
2
feels like one.
hours. About 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, Adam, actually, this is rivaling our E3 show. But
Well, 2 hours from when I started going live, which was before the show.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, so we're good. So, alright, so put yourself in the place. Imagine you're a furry. Or if you want to just go with your own thing that you like. Chico, imagine you're Asian. Tom, imagine you're a midget. Adam, imagine you're a dude. I'm kidding with all of you guys.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being a midget. I mean... Sorry.
Also, I mean, not all furries are in the sexual thing. But whatever, I don't know. I'm probably going to yell that anyways. I don't care.
It's just stroke your Enderman.
Good. I'm going to take them off. So, imagine you're a furry. How would you feel if, in this circumstance, that this woman has made fun of the thing you like?
It wouldn't affect me.
Wouldn't affect you at
I'd
all?
probably laugh too.
Yeah.
Seeing
I don't...
because it is such like a small. I mean, I don't know how big of a following furries have, but it's something you don't hear about every day, and just to see it in the news in what it was, it's funny. It's funny.
It's like here's a scenario. Say someone like it was a news story. A man died from a boner fart. Okay.
Yeah.
You would
has died. There has been recorded deaths of people who died because they were watching too much porn. It was too much for their heart.
No, but just a boner fart. That exact situation. Okay, that you've never heard before in your life, but you just have to chuckle. I know the man died, but no one actually died from a boner fart. But just that situation.
Oh no, have they?
I don't know. Look it up.
Enlighten me on the specifics of a boner fart. How does one boner fart?
I don't know. I just made it up, man.
It's like both happen simultaneously, and it's just like nothing knows what happened, so you just start internally bleeding.
I heard it on heard it on a funny video, and that's where I got the term boner fart.
So you heard it on the internet. You believe everything you hear on the internet, Tyler?
I don't believe. I know.
Okay, alright.
I'm so worried because we are covering some controversial topics with certain subsets of people that might just get like so mad at us.
No, we're approaching it probably the best way we can. We have no opinion on it. We're just kind of reporting.
Kind of in the middle. I mean, like my honest opinion of furries, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You do what you want.
Don't
I don't care. Just
Well, like, here's a point about things I like. I'm the kind of person, like, if something happened, per se, that someone laughed about a certain situation that I like, and that, say I was a furry, and it wouldn't really, I wouldn't hate the person for it. I wouldn't blame it all on them. I mean, they didn't cause the thing, the tragedy that happened. She just thought it was funny because she never heard about it. I'd be more of an understanding person. But people are all different, so.
People are too sensitive.
Yes, that's a good way to sum it up.
yeah. Me, I'm one that can get a little more offended at times. Like for example, when fedora shaming happened, I was a big fedora wearer until really it started being like you're just like the worst person. But I still wear fedoras on occasion, and I can laugh at jokes about fedora wearers because some of them are pretty funny.
I miss your fedoras.
Adam, we can't hear you.
Oh,
well, you're
barely. Really, really quiet.
How about now?
Still really quiet.
Trying to figure it out over
Adam, I'll buy you some of these headsets, okay? I'll buy you one. Alright?
Because, you know, he's Mr. Moneybags over there.
Do you want one?
I want, like, 12.
Okay, I'll buy you 12.
But, yeah, I mean, whenever someone, like, kind of texts something you like, you can get kind of offended, but it's just a matter of, like, being able to take it with stride.
But
here.
she didn't attack it. She just laughed naturally.
That's the thing.
She didn't like laugh and say, this is stupid on camera. She just laughed and then ran off because she was ashamed.
It wasn't like, what a bunch of asshats these guys are. It was just kind of like, oh, what? That's a thing?
Hold on, I think Adam's trying to whisper something.
Yes. The fact that she laughed when she is supposed to be in such a professional position is why these people are getting so upset.
Yes.
This is supposed to be a completely unbiased news broadcast.
Well, I mean, it was CNN, so it's kind of liberal.
That's why I put the air quotes. But it's supposed to be something that everything should be taken seriously, and that their lifestyle was laughed at by the national news. It's disheartening and it's a little upsetting, so I can understand why they're all upset.
I find it funny that the people who put it in the reel of news stories, like, when they presented the story, like, no one knew, like, in that group, they were like, what that was. They weren't briefed on it beforehand, it would seem.
So it's almost the producer's fault.
Actually, I think they were reading it like they thought it was a typo. They thought it was like maybe like the Furry convention or something. They thought it was spelled wrong initially because they're not familiar with it.
That kind of lies on the producers for not filling in what could be, what could have been a horrible laughing fit from their reporter.
I'm surprised they didn't do something like brief these guys beforehand. Like, right, to the break, we're going to be covering this, and this. Any questions? Yeah, what's that thing? Oh, it's this. And it'd be like, what?
Like you get your laughs out.
Just a simple like instruction of, this is what this is. Unless the producers were assuming that like that everyone knows what those are, which I wouldn't assume at all.
Yeah. Well, here goes back to my point. If like about boner farts.
I want to see the furry that watches this is just like, he's comparing my life to this to boner farts.
I'm sorry, it's just a random thing I thought of. Okay,
just simple slipping on a banana peel.
Yeah, but no one. It's something you've never heard of before.
No one ever slips on banana peels, John. Come on.
Okay, but like if I was a producer of the show, I would be like, go to the guy, my newscaster, be like, okay, guys, we have a thing about boner farts. They laugh. Okay. Now, then they say boner farts are an actually serious condition that happens a lot. Okay, this is just a face...
With blood buildup and clots.
Yes, stuff like that.
Bleeding. It's pretty serious.
And then they are in a professional, serious mindset. They must have not done that, because if they didn't know on live television, then that's the producer's fault and the studio's fault. It's not the person reporting.
I think, though, if they were going to report on boner farts, they would report it as an erectile flatulence disorder.
Yes, I just wanted to use the word boner farts. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up.
I just wrap it up. I don't think this newscaster should lose her job over this.
No.
I think maybe an apology, just a quick apology thing. Look, I'm sorry. I laughed at this. Yeah, give me some slack here.
Yeah.
I think that will suffice. I don't think like she needs to get fired or any other like stuff that some of the extreme ends of it are doing. She doesn't need to go like to like Furry Academy to learn the ways, to know why she's ignorant or anything. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Come on, guys.
What?
Too long.
What?
You're going like, wrap it up. Can't stop the gravy train when it's at full power.
That was more saying that you were loco, crazy.
All right.
I don't know.
So we got 2 more
what's the next one?
Both of them are Chico. Sons of Anarchy finale.
Yeah,
Tell
Sons
us
of
about
Anarchy happened Tuesday night.
Please
It was...
spoil the entire thing.
I'm not going to spoil anything because I think it's a really good show and you guys should watch it, but nobody seems to follow my fucking advice.
I'm watching Gravity Falls right now. I can't be bothered.
I will watch it when I'm done with school. Friday.
But yeah, it
is Friday.
Season finale, not season,
There's-
series finale
I already
happened,
figured that out.
happened this past Tuesday. They've been going for 6 years. This was their 7th year. And as much as I didn't like the ending, it was fitting. Okay. Right
All
now, I'm gonna spoil this.
Here, what I'll do is I'll hold my hand like this until the spoilers are done. You can pause your video or mute it, or just like leave the room and get a cookie or something.
So from
Just
this
cue
point
me
on,
when it's done.
spoilers.
Until we get rid of the.
Okay, so basically, throughout the series, you learn that the main character's father was a motorcycle guy, and he was killed by one of the other club members getting pushed into a semi, and killed that way, because. And then you find out throughout the whole show, and at this last episode in particular, that his father almost kind of wanted to kill himself because of how the club was doing and becoming criminals and all that stuff. So at the end of the episode, he's riding on his father's motorcycle, and there's a semi coming around the corner as he's being chased by like 20 cops, and he's just like puts his arms out and then dead. End of the episode. So yeah.
Well done.
The main
Spoilers
character
are done.
just died.
Yes, yeah.
Way to go like a man. So yeah, it turned out it was all a dream.
They were actually stuck in purgatory the entire time.
Yeah.
That's law.
Yeah, but
No one shot JR after all.
if you haven't watched the show, I highly recommend it. It's really good. It involves killing people and motorcycles and alcohol and drugs and boobies. So it's a really good show.
Getting it on my Netflix right now.
So yeah, it's a really good show. I really recommend it. Moving on to the last
I'm watching
topic.
Color Crew right now.
Yeah, I don't care, John. I don't care.
Color Crew is my jam.
Oh, dude, that is my jam, man. With the full...
You're gonna go crazy. Whoa, what's this guy talking about? But like, I love that show.
Yeah.
You're gonna go crazy for crayons. Yeah.
Clans.
Sorry, Tom.
So moving
Alright.
on to the last topic, which is
All right, so this would not be a Central Nerdous System podcast if we don't talk about the Star Wars movie. Cheeks, they released a
Looks like
trailer.
shit.
They did. They
We're
released
late
a
on
trailer.
this, I know, but we just gotta mention it for
They
Chico's sake.
released a trailer. When it came out, I was like, "Hey, little schoolgirl." I don't know.
Little
I'm
Asian.
just
You're like,
so excited for this movie. I can't even right now.
How many evens do you have right now?
I have no evens. I literally cannot even.
He's so uneven that he's odd.
On a scale from
Like-
1 to even, I cannot. What do you guys? Okay, yeah, I'm sure you've all seen it. What do you think of the new lightsaber?
I like it. It looks really, really fucking cool.
My favorite Photoshop of it, they had like Satan holding the one that looks like an upside down cross. They had Jesus on the other end with one that looked like a cross. And they were having
So
a
wait.
fight.
Are all lightsabers gonna look like that?
No. Okay, so possible spoilers. Blah 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 blah. So basically, from what I've seen on Reddit, someone tried and I think someone found or got access to the script. Possibly, it's still up in the air if it's even true or not. They found spoilers that the person who has that lightsaber isn't force sensitive, and if you're not force sensitive, you can't build your own lightsaber. So basically, he's like that guy from the Iron Man movie that took the electricity and like made those whip things.
Yeah.
Whiplash.
So apparently he made his own lightsaber, and that's why it looks so different from the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
See, I like when they have like other designs here. Because when you have your standard lightsabers, I liked what was it, Darth Maul? Darth Maul's lightsaber, was it? Yeah, the double one. That's a cool looking one.
And those come apart.
I mean, if
too,
it's practical.
No, those come apart.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I also like Stephen Colbert's defending of the lightsaber because some people were like, "That's not practical."
Yeah, I saw
But he
that.
was like, "No, I've drawn up some plans. It's practical. Eat it."
I like.
Stephen Colbert,
Saw that.
y'all. Wallet drop.
But like I said, that's not even confirmed to be anywhere near true yet, and if it is, I'm sure that guy's gonna get arrested or something. So
I don't see why I'd get arrested. It's just
he leaked a major movie production company's script a year before it's supposed to come out.
it'll
That's
be
kind of
fine.
breach of contract.
As long as it's not confirmed, it'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure he worked with the company, and as you work with the company, you sign a non-disclosure agreement. And he
In that case,
seriously broke
Made
it.
up some script.
Right,
For
he
zeros.
seriously broke it. If it's true, I don't know yet. Apparently,
So-
next month, the people who started with the script get off the NDA agreement. So if it is true, it'll be confirmed, and basically, I'll know the whole plot of the whole fucking movie, which will be kind of sad. But
Don't look at it.
I already looked at the whole thing. It was like, do not look if you want to spoil anything about what could possibly happen, and I was like, ugh. And I read the
you're
whole
tweeting
thing.
us out about Zelda.
Well, yeah, because I don't know. Star Wars is
So
like
what
my
is the
thing.
countdown right now?
Oh, give me one.
You're usually
second.
on point with this.
I don't have it open now. Let's see.
And we're waiting for him to find it.
371 days, 21 hours,
Yeah.
58 minutes, and 0 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Till-
Say that again, 'cause I probably talked over it.
371 days. So
Yeah.
a little over a year because it comes
I'm not gonna
out.
shave, shower until then.
Yeah, it
I-
comes out December 15th next. No, not 15th. Comes out sometime. I think like the 20-something of December next year. So still a while away.
All right.
Be amazing.
So, with that in mind, that's all the topics we talked about today. I felt this was a longer episode, but we had some good discussion.
This was long.
Do we have any other topics?
Oh God.
We reached the 4-hour
Oh God! Our video.
Oh my god.
Well, we're gonna start it again. Hold on. Really?
Oh my gosh.
Aw.
No, we're good.
All right.
I can see Adam. Adam, can you see me?
It's all
I cannot
dark.
see. Okay,
Okay,
there's
there you
that.
are. Where's
Okay.
John though?
Oh my.
I didn't click the button. I'm stupid.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Damn
Oh,
it,
dark.
Skype.
Skype's like,
So, yeah.
stop it.
Anything else?
Well, Tyler's
Um,
not loading for me, but
Either.
Oh, I'm here on mine, so it's all good. The video's good.
All right. So, anything else?
no, I think it's probably a good wrap up.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
been
good.
a while. It's been a while. We gotta get back
Yeah.
into it.
Hopefully, we can get back into the swing of this during the winter.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I like having these up there. These tend to do well with the fans.
Mhm.
So if you like this video, hit us up with a subscription. We enjoy those; they're yummy in our tummy.
Yes.
And you'll get updates for more Central Nervous System podcasts. Maybe one that'll not have this darkened effect.
Yes.
It's
also-
only because of the Skype call.
If you're watching this on YouTube, down below is a link to where we host it on Twitch as well. You can watch us live during the whole show.
And you can watch us live playing funny games and have fun stream sessions and yeah.
We all have
Yes.
Twitches that we do stuff on.
Stone.
hmm
Nobody cares.
And if there is a topic in this that interests you, and you want to read more into it, all of the topics will be listed below, along with a timetable jumping to other topics. So, I believe that's it for now, boys.
Yes.
We've done it.
Dude.
So, now we're done. Let's go to that furry convention.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great night. Bye.